The Discourses of Christ of the Last Days. Words on other topics. Excerpt. There is a line in a church hymn that goes, "All truth-loving people are brothers and sisters." This statement is correct. Only those who love the truth belong to God's house. Only they are real brothers and sisters. Do you think that all those who often attend assembly in God's house are brothers and sisters? Not necessarily. What people are not brothers and sisters? Those who do not accept the truth and are averse to it are all evil people. They are all people without a conscience or reason. None of them are those whom God saves. These people are devoid of humanity. They are negligent in their work and rampant in their conduct. They live by satanic philosophies and employ crafty maneuvers and use, wheedle, and cheat others. They do not accept the slightest bit of the truth, and they have infiltrated God's house solely to gain blessings. Why do we call them disbelievers? Because they are averse to the truth, and they do not accept it. As soon as the truth is fellowshipped, they lose interest. They are averse to it. They cannot stand to hear about it. They feel it is boring and cannot stay seated. They are clearly disbelievers and non-believers. You must not regard them as brothers and sisters. It's possible that they might want to get close to you to offer some benefits, trying to build a relationship with you using small favors. However, when you fellowship on the truth with them, they divert to trivial talk, discussing matters of the flesh, work, worldly affairs, trends of non-believers, feelings, family matters, such external things as these. Nothing they talk about relates to the truth, to believing in God, or to practicing the truth. These people do not accept the truth at all. They never read God's words or fellowship on the truth, and they never pray or perform spiritual devotions. Are these people brothers and sisters? They are not. These people do not practice the truth and are averse to the truth. After they infiltrate God's house and see that gatherings always involve reading God's words and fellowshipping on the truth, talking about knowing oneself, fellowshipping on problems in the performance of duties, they feel averse at heart. They have no understanding or experiences and nothing to say. So they become weary of church life. They constantly wonder, why always fellowship on God's words? Why always talk about knowing oneself? Why is there no entertainment or enjoyment in church life? When will this kind of church life end? When will we enter the kingdom and receive blessings? They find fellowshipping on the truth uninteresting and don't want to hear it. Would you say, when things happen to these people, do they seek the truth? Can they practice the truth? If they are not interested in the truth, how can they practice the truth? So what do they live by? Without question, they live by the philosophies of Satan. They are always being wily and cunning. They do not have a life of normal humanity. They never pray to God or seek the truth, but handle everything using human tricks, tactics, and philosophies for worldly dealings, which makes for an exhausting and painful existence. They interact with the brothers and sisters in the same way that they interact with non-believers. They follow satanic philosophies and lie and cheat. They like to start arguments and split hairs. No matter what group they are living in, they always look to see who is aligned with who, and who is teamed up with who. When they speak, they are carefully observing other people's reactions. They are always on the lookout, trying not to offend anyone. They are always following these philosophies for worldly dealings, to deal with all the things around them and their relationships with others. That is what makes their existence so exhausting. Though they may seem active among other people, in reality, only they know their struggles. And if you were to look closely at their lives, you'd feel it's exhausting. For a matter involving fame, gain, or face, they insist on clarifying who is right or wrong, who is superior or inferior, and must argue to prove a point. Others don't want to hear it. People say, "Can you simplify what you're saying? Can you be straightforward? Why do you have to be so trivial?" Their thoughts are so complicated and convoluted, and they live such an exhausting life without realizing the underlying problems. Why can't they seek the truth and be honest? Because they are averse to the truth and don't want to be honest. So, what do they rely on in life?
Philosophies for worldly dealings and human methods.
Depending on human methods to act tends to lead to results in which one ends up either being laughed at or revealing an ugly side of oneself. And so, on closer examination, their actions, the things they spend all day doing, they all relate to their own face, fame, gain, and vanity. It's as if they're living in a web. They have to rationalize or make excuses for everything, and they are always speaking for their own sake. Their thinking is complicated. They talk so much nonsense. Their words are so tangled. They're always arguing over what's right and wrong. There's no end to it. If they're not trying to gain face, they're competing for reputation and status. And there is never a time when they are not living for these things. And what is the ultimate consequence? They may have gained face, but everyone is sick and tired of them. People have seen through them and realized that they are devoid of the truth reality, that they are not someone who sincerely believes in God. When the leaders and workers or other brothers and sisters use a few words to prune them, they stubbornly refuse to accept. They insist on trying to rationalize or make excuses, and they try to pass the buck. During assemblies, they defend themselves, start arguments, and stir up trouble among God's chosen ones. In their hearts, they're thinking, "Is there really nowhere for me to argue my case? What kind of person is this? Is this someone who loves the truth? Is this someone who believes in God?" When they hear anyone say something that doesn't align with their intentions, they always want to argue and demand an explanation. They get tangled up in who's right and who's wrong. They do not seek the truth and treat it according to the truth principles. No matter how simple a matter is, they have to make it so complicated. They're just asking for trouble. They deserve to be so exhausted. Many of the problems people face are self-inflicted. They seek trouble without reason. They are not occupying their time with the right things, to put it in plain terms. This is the lifestyle of foolish people. Some muddle-headed people, though they don't get entangled in right and wrong, have such poor caliber that they can't see through anything. They live like pigs, in a daze. These two types of people are completely different. One leans left and the other leans right, but both are the non-believers. Such people, no matter how many years they've believed in God or how many sermons they've heard, can never understand the truth, let alone know what practicing the truth is. When faced with any situation, they never seek the truth but live by human methods and Satan's philosophies, leading exhausting and pitiful lives. Are they sincere believers in God? Absolutely not. Those who do not love the truth do not really believe in God. Those who cannot at all accept the truth cannot be called brothers and sisters. Only those who love and are able to accept the truth are brothers and sisters. Now, who are those who do not love the truth? They are all non-believers. Those who do not at all accept the truth are averse to and reject the truth. More precisely, they are all non-believers who have infiltrated the church. If they are able to do all kinds of evil and disturb and disrupt the church's work, they are the minions of Satan. They should be cleared out and eliminated. They absolutely cannot be treated as brothers and sisters. All who show them love are extremely foolish and ignorant.